This video is sponsored by Vantrue. Grab yourself 10% off of any dash cam from their website using my code there, LondonCam. All links in the description below. You know it makes sense. It's your permanent eyewitness that cannot lie. Hello everybody and welcome to another video. This one is just a little recap on the last video that I did. I've never had so many people contact me about this Muppet behind me saying you really do need to report this Muppet. And there's no, well, there are other words to describe this woman, but I want to keep it as clean as possible. Yeah, just constantly on her phone behind me. If you haven't seen it, this is just a little clip of it. She was behind me for over 5.5 minutes with her phone in her hand like this the whole time while driving behind me, without a care in the world. Didn't care who was seeing her looking like this, from oncoming traffic to people like me that's in front of her that could have a camera or anything. She just didn't care. And when I say she was behind me for 5.5 minutes, she was on her phone before she got to me, and she was on her phone after we parted. We went different ways and she was still on her phone. So God knows how long she was on her phone for. And with that attitude, so many of you got in touch with me saying you must report this, you seriously must report it, don't let her get away with this and all of that sort of stuff. And to be honest, I don't report many because I don't normally have a great success with the Metropolitan Police. I don't like doing the form that they've got. I'm dyslexic and not very good at that sort of stuff, and it takes me a lot longer than the 10 minutes that they say it does, because you're constantly checking when you're dyslexic to see if you done something really basically wrong. And well, to cut a long story short, I did. I braved the form. I listened to you guys, as I always do, by the way. I always go with the majority of what people say and try to improve the channel and everything else that comes with the channel by listening to you guys. And I did. I reported it. I mean, this is one of the reasons why I think I should report it anyway. She's driving on the pavement there. She's going across a solid line, and that is the pavement she's on because she's on her phone. I mean, technically, I don't know whether you would call that a pavement. If we run it forward a little bit, look, there's the barrier there to the right-hand side, and it's like an extended part of the pavement. So I'm calling it a pavement. So what we're going to do, I'm going to show you me reporting this Muppet. Yep, I'm going to show you the form. I'm going to show you how stupid the form is. And people like yourselves that haven't got dyslexia might be looking at this thinking, what is he moaning about? This form is so straightforward and easy, but you haven't got dyslexia. So we start off with my little setup at home. Yep, I had to stop doing my normal editing to go and visit this website. Yep, the Metropolitan Report a Crime. Obviously, if it's a proper emergency, you don't do this, you go 999. But for us, we just want to go to road traffic incident. Click on that and it takes you to another page, and then you go to driving offences and you can read all of this sort of stuff. I'm not going to read all of this sort of stuff to you. You don't want a dyslexic person reading this to you anyway, do you? Yeah, so if you want to, you can pause this and just catch up. It's fine. Yeah, but it's just the basic sort of stuff of what you want to do, what you need to do to report a crime and all that sort of stuff. It's and it gives you some guidelines and everything else, but I'm not going to go through all of that. And basically, if it's an emergency, what you're supposed to do, and it gives you some ideas of the penalties that this Muppet could actually face there. So yeah, it's a load of old, you know, but to be honest, that would take me longer than 10 minutes to read all of that. You know, obviously, because when I read, I will read a couple of lines and then I will go back and I will read it again just to make sure that I haven't got it wrong with dyslexia and putting the words in the wrong places and that. So it takes me a lot longer. So now we come to this bit here where I've got to find where the accident is. Now, I know the road by the number, the A298. I don't know the name of the road. I know the last road that we came into. I know that was Grand Drive, but I don't know the name of the slip road that we were on, where we first saw her. I know the Bushy Road part, but I don't know where that is. So I don't know. I'm not typing it in. Obviously, I know how to use a map, and I just zoom in, and now I'm waiting for the name to come up in the little box above there. As soon as the name comes in the little box above, then we can start off with the next bit. It hasn't clicked in yet. Let's go move that mouse, and there we go. That's where we started, and we're on Bushy Road when we pull out from there. So we want that road, then we want Bushy Road, and then we want Grand Drive. They're the three names that we want. The other two road names will come into it later on. So down the bottom there you can see a yes. We're all right, so we click yes. So then it takes you to the next page. Did anyone collide? No. All we have to do is click no, and then it takes you to the next page. And then you have to pick your one that you want. Ours is the top one, using the phone basically. So we click on the top one. So after we've clicked the top one, it takes us to another page. Did the incident happen less than 7 days ago? Yes, it did. So we're on the top one again. So it takes us to another page. Have I got any evidence? That's a yes. We've got a lovely piece of video for you. So then it takes you to another page and it tells you what you've got to do next, sort of thing, and how long this is going to take. 10 minutes apparently at the bottom there. So let's start the bloody thing. It's taken me over 10 minutes already. So we start off with this. It's about your statement and you ticking that box saying, yes, I'm going to be telling the truth, and well, you don't have to listen to what I say, just watch the bloody video. Now this obviously is the bit that I cannot show you my name and all that sort of stuff. Well, you obviously know it's Tony, but that's it. But the bit that I'm looking at here is this here. Find your address, yeah? You put your postcode in there, you tap that, and up comes your address, and everyone else that's got the same postcode as you comes up. Easy, isn't it? Easy. And it just quickens things up. Remember that for later on in the form. So the next part after I filled out all my details is how was I involved. I was obviously the driver, so you click on the driver and then click next. It takes a little bit of time to load up this one, but next up is her. I need her details. The only details I've got is her car. But how was she involved? Well, I've got to unfortunately put driver because fucking idiot isn't on the menu there. Now we're getting to the part that really pisses me off now. And you might have noticed the tone in my voice has changed. Is their vehicle details, yeah? It's obviously a car, that's quite simple. Now, if you watch the channel, you would know that I am not a petrol head at all. At all. I don't know cars at all. I obviously knew that that was a BMW because it said so on the front. But the model, I haven't a clue. Haven't a clue. But if you put a number plate in, like I'm doing here now, it would normally come up with everything. It would come up with the make, model, everything, colour, the lot. I can go to eBay. I can go to Amazon. I can go to Euro Car Parts. I can go to one of these tax checker things that you can get on your phone. Just tap in the number plate and everything comes up. But not on the Metropolitan Police form. No, you've got to go and find that manually. And I didn't know what it was, so I had to go to another website and click that number plate in, and then all the details come into what model it was. Surely that can be a lot easier, and it should be a lot easier. It should be matching up, shouldn't it? Obviously, I would check. If it came up with something completely different from what I saw, then, you know, I would double check everything, as I always double check everything on these sort of things. So, you know, you'll see me. It was an X3. I'm not putting all the rest of the gunk that was in the description, because it doesn't just come up with X3. It comes up with X3 5-door diesel, blah blah blah. No, that they can work that out for themselves, and they should be on here, shouldn't it? This form should be made so damn simple that it encourages people to report crimes, not make it difficult for you, and you have to go out of your website that you're in, go out of it and collect the information from other websites, because the Metropolitan Police doesn't have a drop down menu for the vehicle. I find that just a bit weird myself, but that is part of the problem, innit? They don't want you to report a crime because they want you to think everything is hunky-dory in London, and it bloody well isn't, and we all know it isn't. Now, as you can see there's a description. They want me to write a description about her. I'm not going to do it. It comes with a video with her in it. So, no, I'm not doing that as well. So now we come to the incident itself. They need to obviously know the date and the time and all of that sort of stuff. So, yeah, I get all of that. I don't understand why there's no drop down menu again on the date, but there is on the time. What's the difference? I think it's quicker with a drop down menu on everything, isn't it? Now, answers on a postcard. Why isn't it a drop down menu on the date and yet it is on the time? Is there some explanation for that? Is there a reason for that? Answer on a postcard. So now it's asking me to describe exactly where the incident took place. I've already done that on the map, but I'll do it again. And I will put down all 3 roads that this woman drove on her phone. So there you are. I've put all 3 of them there. And now we've got to go down below that. And we've got to put the weather conditions and all of that. So we'll just do that. It was a lovely day on that day. It was, you know, so obviously it's, you know, yeah, you can see what I'm putting down. And then underneath that, we've got a description again. A description again. How many times can you write down the word, I noticed a woman behind me on the phone driving down these 3 roads, and she was on the phone for over 5 minutes. How many times can you actually say that before you have to bring in, oh yeah, there was a tree on the right hand side. Yes, there was people waiting at the bus stop on the left hand side. Yes, she was holding a blue case. Have you got to be that detailed? Or can you just do your job and look at the video? So now I've got to be chief prosecutor and tell them what offences they were doing wrong and what rules and regulations and law they were breaking. Why not stick a broom up my arse and I'll sweep the floor at the same time, shall I? So basically all I'm doing at the moment is I'm having a little check to make sure everything is fine and everything else. And then I've got to go down to that little box there and I want to upload my video. So we go down after I've clicked the box, yes, and then literally I've just got to drag it from my desktop and put it into that little box there and it does it all for you. But look underneath it. Look underneath it. I've got to do another description about the evidence that I've just been talking about all day. Again, that is why I copied and paste, because I've got to repeat myself over again. How many times have I got to say the same fucking thing? Metropolitan Police, this form is an absolute joke. Or have I got this totally wrong, guys? Have I got this totally wrong and I'm misreading this and I'm not, and it's a different description of something? It's not hard, is it? It's just the same thing. It's someone's on the phone in their car while driving. How many different ways do you want me to say that? You've got a really good video for you to see. Yeah, I don't know. So that's why I copied and pasted, and I can chuck it in there, and I've added a little bit more to it, and there you go. That's it. I'm waiting for this file to download. It took quite a while because it is quite a big file, over 5 minutes of her on the phone behind me. And obviously the bit underneath it does advise you not to do any special effects, no enhancements, no arrows, no zooming in or anything like that on the video, which I didn't do. So it was a basic video that I sent, not like the one that you saw on the last video, which had music and arrows and me talking over the top of it and all that. It's just total silence of the car and everything else. That's how they recommend you send it, and that's exactly how they got it sent to them. Although going by these forms, I sort of like think I should have done, I should have said, that's a car, that's a woman, and that's her phone, and zoomed it in with big arrows pointing at all of it. Anyway, I will probably have 6 or 7 police knocking on my door shortly because I actually called her a woman. So then you submit that, and then you wait for a little while, and then it comes up with this. Did anyone else witness it? I'm going to put no. Probably loads of people saw it because she wasn't hiding it, was she? So you press next and it submits, and then it gives you a rundown of everything you've just gone through. I mean, everything from top to bottom. And the top bit I couldn't show you, obviously, because it gave all my details out. And yeah, and it tells you everything that you've literally just done. And then you click next again and wait, and then are you willing to go to court? Basically, yes, I'm willing to go to court. And then you sign the signature box in where you tap in your name, and then you click submit again, and then you're done. Where it says subscribe there, that's a reference number, so I can actually add to this. If I needed to add to this case, I can add to it. And then they send you an email a little bit later on saying basically if they haven't been in touch with us in 6 weeks, they haven't been able to do anything about the case. How will they not be able to do something about this woman with the video? I do not know. But yeah, if they haven't been in touch, or maybe she could actually plead guilty, and then I won't have to go to court to say my piece. But do I have to say anything? It's there. But that's everything you have to go through to report someone as blatant as this woman. Anyway guys, that's it for today. Sorry about the moan, but thanks a lot for watching, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye for now.